Let's see what this is. I don't even know what this means, but... Oh, the channel is Luch. Thanks, 3-sub Ryochu.
Number 4. On March 29, 2018, a 30-year-old Polish man named Mateusz Kawacki was returning home to spend Easter with his family. Mateusz had been living and working in Hanover, Germany as a construction worker for about 5 years and lives with his father, who also works in Hanover. Mateusz is from a small village called Hutkau in southeastern Poland. He has a long-distance relationship with his Polish fiancée, who lives in a village called Lipia Góra in northwestern Poland.
Nice.
She is pregnant with their first child and would soon give birth. It is believed that he was very happy and excited.
She gives birth to the Antichrist.
He planned a marriage proposal. As his fiancée is about to give birth, Mateusz sets out driving his 1998 BMW 525 from Hanover, Germany to Lipia Góra, Poland, after work at around 11:30 p.m. He is due to arrive at around 8 to 9 a.m. the following morning. It's a 647-kilometer drive.
Put that in freedom units. How many miles?
Mateusz never makes it to Lipia Góra. His father said he called Mateusz around 10:30 a.m. on the 29th of March. According to him, his son told him that there was terrible traffic on the way. Mateusz told his father that he waited a total of 2 hours in traffic jams due to accidents and that he was around Szczecin at that point. Szczecin is a city on the Polish-German border on the way to Lipia Góra.
Maybe he's still in traffic.
14 kilometers to go from there. It is reported that the German-Polish border is checkpoint-free, although there are cameras that can apparently read license plates. Around that time, he wrote a text message to his fiancée that he would be with her in about 2 hours. But he never made it to his fiancée's, and this is, in fact, the last communication with Mateusz. Mateusz's fiancée becomes increasingly worried when he didn't answer her calls. She eventually called Mateusz's sister, who also lives in Hanover, at around 5 p.m. But no one can get through. His cell phone rings, but he doesn't pick up.
He joined a cult.
Later that evening, Mateusz's mother goes to the police,
cult.
But the police discourage her from filing a report, as it's too early and Mateusz will likely turn up. Nevertheless, Mateusz's family reported him as missing in both Germany and Poland. Polish police allegedly handled the case alone, as the German police refused to investigate. The family then asked the Polish police to locate Mateusz's cell phone, which was apparently on for a couple of days after his disappearance. But the police are unable to do so, as Mateusz was using a German SIM card. German police, again, can't locate his cell phone either.
Oh, give me 1 second. Is that true, Jessica?
His cell phone...
The Walmart motherfucker Karen? Was that Del Taco? No, I'm not finding that. I already did Del Taco Karen. Nothing came up. Not with her, at least. Just this lady. Which is not her. The accuser of the brethren. God, yeah, she's a fucking icon.
As Mateusz disappeared in
Poland, I want to see more of her.
Later, Polish police claimed that Mateusz's cell phone never connected to a Polish network. It is unclear where Mateusz received the call from his father. Frustrated with the police, Mateusz's family began their own investigation and meticulously checked the entire route, going into side streets, checking with gas station attendants, asking for CCTV footage, going around markets and towns near the border with Mateusz's picture. Unfortunately, no new clues appear for the next 6 months, and it seems that Mateusz, along with his car, just disappeared into thin air.
Aliens then, huh?
The family even appeared in the media multiple times. They complained that the police are not doing enough.
Is that it, Tobias? This is the one that Jessica was mentioning?
Check.
Deranged. Oh my god. This is big. I don't think I've seen this. This is the accuser of the brethren. She has returned, kind of, a year ago. Alright, let's see what she does to these motherfuckers this time. Thank you, Cage.
Get the fuck out of here. Hold 1 second. Let me give her. I want to get my order. No, you're not getting it. You wasn't left.
I told you.
I want my fucking order.
Give her order! And then, if you don't mind, let's do a sacrifice. What is happening? Thanks to resub Timbo. Oh. Jesus, Tim, thank you again, man. Thank you for the 25 gift subs. Holy shit. Tim, my god, thank you. Thanks for some Freezy. You've been so fucking generous. This one's not very good because she's not in the camera. I can't really hear her. Thank you again, BRD, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, BRD.
I want you to be safe. Okay, are you safe? Yes, ma'am. Well, why are you acting like this and you believe in Jesus? Yes. You said, shut the fuck up and all this shit? Yes. That's rude as hell, man. That's rude as fuck. Well, you look at your dog. You scared the fuck out of your dog.
Is she wearing the same thing she wore in Walmart? Does she only have one set of clothes? She's like a cartoon character. Oh! Surprise! I did not expect that. It's like a magician. The dog looks so embarrassed. It doesn't even really look like a dog. It looks more like a house elf, like Dobby.
They called the police.
I wish the camera guy would get closer. Like, get involved here. I want to watch. Like, in front row.
It's okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. God damn it. Explode. Yes. The demon's coming out? I can't hear her. Get closer. Sit here.
Oh shit, bro.
It's getting better. Now let her say her piece loudly. How does this go on for 20 minutes? God damn it. There is so much potential. This one I've seen. This is a classic. This was the first encounter. Voice crack. First encounter.
Police officer.
This was the first phase. The boss battle.
Give me your driver's license.
You pulled right out in front of me.
Yeah, and when someone pulls in front of you because there's an emergency, you slow your rear end down and you stop.
Okay, these
Have
are
you
not
ever
cars.
had someone have an emergency?
These are not
and
cars.
pull in front of you?
These are not
Yeah.
cars. They don't stop on a dime.
God
It
damn
doesn't
it.
matter. You have to be far enough behind.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the whole
You
incident.
should have picked up my trash, big boy.
I picked
Exit
up
tier
your
No,
one
you
crack.
didn't. You want to go see
Here's
what you
some
left?
Jimbo,
Left the
cheese,
carpeting
and
in
give
the
You were
some
supposed
Timbo.
to pick up everything.
Nope, 4 bags.
Yeah.
That's what your service
Oh,
is for.
you are in so much
And
deep
last
crap.
week I
Well, you
picked
wait
up
till
more
your
than
boss
this, too.
tells you what you
He's
got to
on
pick
his
up.
way here, too,
You
man.
think you get to decide what you pick up and what
Nope,
you don't?
it's what you ordered.
You little twerp.
It's what you ordered.
You little twerp. I know what I ordered.
Okay.
And you're going to pay.
Okay.
I wish there was another encounter, man. She's been at Walmart twice and then that one, but I don't think there's another one. The McDonald's one had so much potential if the guy just got closer. This one's the best.
My fucking personal space. You came over to me, motherfucker. I didn't come over to you.
I wish she'd have her own, like, stream. Like an IRL stream. She sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, she sounds like Chris Farley. That's what I said the first time I heard her, and I still believe that. She literally sounds like Chris Farley doing Van Down by the River. Forever.
Life without fucking parole, and I'll be better off than any one of you motherfuckers.
Amen!
Fuck up.
I love her. And this is the one we just saw. Is there anything more from her? Like maybe a sighting during like coronavirus lockdown? Like I wholeheartedly believe she was out in public causing like a crazy nuisance with like the mask stuff. But I haven't seen any videos of her in like the last year. I just feel fucking like lost without it. Is this her? Again?
Let's get back to the real religion. Okay. Now I want to apologize
Oh my God.
in advance for all
Is this a
my
bowling alley?
motherfucking
Roller rink?
slurs, because when I
Nice.
start thinking about Satan, it's really the only language he speaks. He never speaks to you in real love. So it's like having a kid with his own free will.
Well, I didn't expect that. Yeah, it's a DMCA, so I don't want to risk it. God damn it, she's not even having like a fucking meltdown. Fuck. I wish she'd start screaming at the kids instead of dancing. Life without parole, you'll never get past the 3rd grade without Jesus Christ in your motherfucking heart. Imagine this is her and she just changed that much in a year. She went from this all the way to the accuser of the brethren form as like a Frieza final evolution. Were. Well, this is just sad. That's not enjoyable like with the other girl. Finish the video. We've already seen them though. I've literally made like 2 videos on this lady. Like I've extensively watched her. I just have never seen the McDonald's one. This was not one of her more popular ones because, I mean, it was pretty poorly filmed. Finish the first video. The first video is over. Like, the McDonald's one is over. He just put the other one in here as well. Which was the first encounter, where she does, like, the chicken dance. And then she rolls around. But I've already seen it. I even made something on the other tab. Oh. I actually forgot we were even watching something before that. Oh yeah, I totally fucking forgot about this.
And not taking Matsusa's disappearance seriously. On September 12th, Matsusa's mother was asked by one of their neighbors about their barn.
Thanks, the resub, Bebo.
The neighbor complained that the barn had been smelling for a while, and other neighbors were also starting to complain.
Oh no.
They believed it's probably a dead animal.
Thanks, the resub,
Can't
Yeti.
quite locate it.
And Biznu.
The neighbor eventually asked the mother if he could check below the barn's roof. Half of the
Let me give
barn
sub
was walled
Michigan.
off, creating a room and an attic on top of that room. She agreed, so he climbed
Thanks,
up
the tier 1
and
Zafran.
saw a pile of clothes. Upon closer inspection,
No, hold on. If they show a body, I obviously can't watch that. Let me check. Seems okay. I don't see anything. Should be alright.
he found out it's actually a dead human body, a severed head and a torso. There were also 2 nooses hanging from the roof and a backpack on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
All the pieces of stuff seemed to be Matsusa's, yet the body was too decomposed to be identified. It is unknown why Matsus ended up dead in this barn of his parents, which is located in southeast of Poland,
What the
when in
fuck?
March he was supposed to be visiting his pregnant fiancée in the northwest. It's a 635-kilometer trip between the two, basically from one side of the country to the other. The police then went to investigate and quickly established that the cause of death was suicide by hanging. They also hand over all of Matsusa's belongings back to his family. 4 days after his body was found, Matsusa's family discovered his shoe in the barn with his detached foot still inside. This points to the police not having done a very good job at
Yeah, that
collecting
doesn't
evidence,
sound like
and
suicide
also
at all.
why this matter didn't come up during the autopsy. The coroner would have asked and wondered why the foot is missing and where is it. Matsusa's sister accused the officers of negligence.
Thanks, the resub, thick boy.
Apparently, they refused to search the actual barn thoroughly because it would take too much time to sift through the hay, which lay on the ground where Matsusa's body was found. Furthermore, some of Matsusa's teeth are knocked out and stuck to his clothes. While a head can get severed after a body is hung for some time on a noose, it is rather difficult for teeth to get knocked out post-mortem. There also seems to be bloody patches on his clothes, although these are difficult to tell the difference between, considering the clothes are dirty.
Are these the clothes?
Inside his backpack, there is a
I actually
Polish
couldn't
water
even tell.
bottle with cigarette butts inside and an orange juice box. Matsusa's family all claim that he never drank
Thanks, the tier
orange
1
juice
Trillborn and
because
the
he
resub
disliked
potato.
it. It is reported that all of this potential evidence is
I don't know what's going to come out of that bag, but I'm just not going to risk it on Twitch.
not in Poland, not in Germany, not anywhere. The keys and vehicle registration were never found either, despite his wallet being in that backpack. Furthermore, his cell phone was among the things found, and there was one more call to his uncle on March the 30th. It is believed it was an accidental dial, as it only lasted for less than a second and never got through. His uncle never received the call. Also, the attic, where Matsusa's body apparently hung, is more or less in full view from the ground inside the barn. According to the family, they used the barn throughout the summer, so it's very unlikely they wouldn't have noticed a hanging body.
What?
Apparently, when the case got so famous, police started to conduct a more thorough investigation. German police obtained security camera footage and searched Matsusa's apartment in Hanover, where they secured his tablet. All of the evidence was then analyzed by police experts in Warsaw, the capital city of Poland. Based on all of the evidence they gathered, police were able to establish that Matsus had lied to his family on the day of his disappearance. He was not in Szczecin when he'd called his family, and also wasn't driving at the time. He was still in Germany instead, according to receipts found in his belongings.
Thanks, the resub Michigan
He
fan.
actually took a train to the German border town of Frankfurt
What
am
the
der Oder,
fuck?
and then mostly walked over a bridge to the Polish sound of Slavice, almost 24 hours after telling his family he was already in Szczecin, Poland. Police also discovered that he checked in at a hotel in Sublice with another person. The identity of this person is unknown. Matsus then took a train to Warsaw the next day, and then took a bus to Zamość, which is the local big town close to his home village of Hutkow, around 21 kilometers. Apparently, he arrived in Zamość at around midnight, but it's still unknown when or how he got to Hutkow, where his family lived. DNA analysis was conducted, and it was confirmed that the dead body was indeed Matsus's, but police could not determine the exact date and time of his death. Number 3.
Alright. That was actually kind of fucking wild, not gonna lie. That had so many twists and turns. What the fuck?
On a Wednesday, July 5th, 2018, 23-year-old Angela Hernandez left her Portland home to drive to Lancaster
Thanks to
in
Prime, your
Southern
boy Sean.
California to attend her sister's wedding.
Try and find her,
According to her
Aiden, and
family,
film.
on Thursday at
In case something
10:18 p.m.,
goes wild.
Angela texted one of her
Thanks for your
sisters
sub, Amanda.
to say that she was getting tired and decided to stop in the city of Half Moon Bay. She said she would be sleeping in her vehicle at a parking lot behind a Safeway store located at 70 North Cabrillo Highway 1. On Friday at 7:54 a.m., after getting enough sleep, Angela texted her sister that she was leaving the parking lot and headed back on the road to Lancaster.
Thanks,
This
resub, Sonny.
was her last message. Surveillance cameras at the store confirmed nothing was amiss. According to deputies, her route from Half Moon Bay to Lancaster would have taken her approximately 6 hours. Angela would suddenly stop texting and her phone goes straight to voicemail. For her family, this is very unusual of her, not texting and calling. So by Friday night, Angela's family reported her missing. Angela is the type of person who's always active on social media. Since then,
Lancaster
she has
sucks,
not been
does it?
active. Her family doesn't believe that Angela would intentionally disappear. They said Angela has not shown them any signs of depression, to be suicidal, or any indicators that would explain her unexpected disappearance. Investigators would say that her last cell phone ping was from a cell tower near 700 Highway 1, Davenport, California, on July 6th at 3:33 p.m. Davenport is less
Then
than
we've
an
got
hour
her.
south of Half Moon Bay. Investigators from Oregon to California searched for clues to her disappearance,
Thanks to the
but
resub.
Angela
Jaeger.
is nowhere to be
Cat.
found.
Oh, Cal sucks
Her
ass.
family is deeply worried and offered a $10,000 reward for information. They were also putting up flyers hoping someone may know what happened to her. Search parties even canvassed Highway 1 looking for signs of a vehicle careening off a cliff, but found nothing. On July 10th, the Santa Cruz County Sheriff flew over the Davenport area and found no trace of Angela or her car.
Well, I mean,
Then on a Friday,
what?
July
Yeah,
13th,
that sounds about par for the
1
course.
week
You were
after her disappearance,
very high.
a couple, Chelsea and Chad Moore, spotted a white
Chad.
2011 Jeep Patriot over the side of a cliff in the area of State Highway 1, north of Nacimiento Ferguson Road. Chelsea and Chad Moore are surfers, but on that day the waves weren't great, so they decided to explore a remote
Thanks to
beach
resub,
and found a
cuties.
fishing spot. Using ropes, the couple climbed down a little-known and treacherous path. For an hour or so, they hiked along the beach north. Around 5 p.m., the Moores found a bumper in the sand. They walked around a bend and saw the damaged SUV. They found no one inside, but began to gather items and remove the license plate so they could report it to the police. As high tide snuck in around 6:15 p.m., the couple decided to leave a different way out. Then they heard a scream of a woman. They turned around and Angela was right there on the rocks.
Wow.
Chelsea ran off to get help, and it was when she
What?
reached a camp post she saw the missing flyer for Angela Hernandez, and it dawned on her that she had been down there for a week.
I did not expect that
In a few
ending.
hours, a rescue team pulled Angela up the cliff. Once in the hospital, Angela was reunited with her family. Angela told the California Highway Patrol she was driving near Big Sur down Highway 1, headed to Southern California in her SUV, when a small animal crossed the road.
Oh.
She swerved to miss it, and in doing so, shot her SUV off the road and off a cliff, tumbling down.
I
about
can't believe she
250
survived.
feet
That's
to a
incredible.
desolate, rocky beach. She had a brain hemorrhage, fractured ribs, broken collarbone, ruptured blood vessels in both eyes, and a collapsed lung. But she didn't die. When she came to, water lapped over her knees. She broke her window with a multi-tool, crawled out the window, swam to the beach, and passed out.
What did she
She
eat
used
for
a
a
radiator
week?
hose from her car to collect dripping water from moss along the shore.
What?
She walked for days. Up above, she could see cars pass by atop the cliff, but they couldn't see her or hear her screams.
How did she think of that?
Angela said when the time she saw Chelsea, she thought it was another of her rescue dreams. She couldn't believe that they were even real. Angela said in her post on Facebook that she feels, "I have everything I've ever wanted. I'm sitting here in the hospital, laughing with my sister until she makes broken bones hurt," she
Oh
said.
my god.
I've met some of the most beautiful human beings that I think I'll ever meet in my entire life. I've experienced something so unique and terrifying. I can't imagine that there isn't a bigger purpose for
Thanks to
me
the
in
Prime,
this life.
Muzzy.
I don't know, you guys. Life is incredible. Number 2.
That is what is she doing now? It'd be a shame if she's not like fucking a huge deal, you know, changing the world after that. To use a radiator hose to collect dripping water from moss. What a fucking genius. What was it, Angela Hernandez? Because you can absolutely survive a week without food. It's just probably couldn't do it without water. That must be like a really, really like huge difference in height than what we actually see on video. Because she, according to this, she was screaming while the rescuers were looking for her just above, and they couldn't hear her down below. You have to be real fucking high up there for that.
54-year-old Maria Evelyn Seos mysteriously went missing when she decided to go along with her then high school
and the sound of
friends
waves,
to
true.
Singapore. According to her daughter, Joanna Marie Seos, her mother was in their house together with her and her live-in partner Ronald James Ruby when Maria's batchmates from high school came by with an SUV to get her to go to Singapore. She said her mother was upset
Resub
about
Cavalier.
a family matter at that time, so she decided to go to get some time away from stress.
The prime steezy.
Joanna's brother, who was only named by the media as Michael, was shocked when he arrived home from school and his mother wasn't home anymore. He thinks it's weird that his mother would go without telling him.
This was on our local news.
But
It's
he
fucked
decided
up.
not to report his mother missing.
Is it like
because
terms of
probably
service?
Maria just needed time and will soon return home. Later on, Maria would time to time message Michael and Joanna on Facebook. In one message to her son, Maria greeted Michael belated happy birthday and that she's very sorry she went away without telling him. She said she's okay in Singapore and that he should not worry. Also, she asked if he already had a job. She also asked Michael to understand her because she's getting old and just wanted to experience being alone and have a life without stress. She also asked if Joanna had already given birth. On one occasion, she even sent a gift to Joanna for her birthday. In other messages from Maria to Michael, she said she cannot message all the time because she's busy with work, then later asked Michael again if he already applied for a job. Michael eventually found a job at their local bank in Cavite City. Michael became suspicious because Maria never answered his question of which city she is working in Singapore.
This is absolutely
Never
just
called when he asked
someone
if she
else.
can call just to know if she is all right. Growing more suspicious, Michael decided to ask his mother's batchmates from high school, the one who supposedly went together with Maria, to Singapore. He found out that not even one of them had any idea that Maria went to Singapore at all. In June 2018, Michael decided to report Maria missing, but probably there was not much effort by the Philippine police to investigate the matter. In 2019, Michael was left living alone in their house since Joanna and her live-in partner broke up. Both went away from the house. In 2020, Michael decided to renovate
Makes
the
the prime
extended
smell
area
good.
of their house because it wasn't still finished and was a bit disorganized. The area doesn't have a ceiling and no tiles.
Oh, holy shit,
When
her body
workers
was in
started
here,
to
huh?
chisel the cement on an unfinished septic tank behind their house, they found Maria's personal belongings, including her passport and wallet, with her ID. Later, they would discover her mummified body. It turned
Holy
out Maria
fuck.
never left her house. Instead, she is just right behind her own house, on top of the unfinished septic tank. Joanna and her live-in partner, Ronald James Ruby, were investigated and eventually admitted to the crime. It is reported that Joanna and Ronald have planned the murder very well. The two knew that Maria's son Michael would just return home the next day because he needed to do his thesis, giving them plenty of time to commit the heinous
Exit
crime.
tier 1 Smexy.
On that day of her demise, Joanna and Ronald fooled Maria by telling her she should get dressed so they can go somewhere nice. They have a big surprise for her. But as soon as Maria went downstairs to get ready to go, Ronald, who was hiding under the stairs, attacked her from behind with a hammer.
Why,
When he
though?
saw that she's still breathing, he asked Joanna to get a knife and then stabbed her to death. The investigation revealed Ronald
Thanks
had
to Resub
extreme
Kitten.
hatred towards Maria. It's believed that Maria was always mad about her daughter getting pregnant at a very young age, only 16 years old, asking Ronald all the time when he would go to get a job, and that they were still in her house. According to Joanna's statement, on the day of the murder, she asked Ronald not to carry out the plan because it would be bad for her to have no father and now with no mother. Joanna's father died in 2011, but the murder went on anyway. According to police, they let Maria's lifeless body lay on the floor for 2 hours before dragging her to the top of an unfinished
Thanks to
septic
Prime
tank
Sean.
at the back of their house. Ronald then put cement over her body. Over time, due to decomposition, Maria's body would smell. Every time this would happen, Ronald would just add more cement to seal in the smell.
What the fuck?
One time, Michael said, he caught Ronald putting cement over the septic tank and asked him why. Ronald answered that his mother asked him to do so before she allegedly went to Singapore so that it would not smell bad. Michael actually believed this. Joanna and Ronald then fooled everybody again. They used Maria's Facebook and pretended on social media as if nothing had happened badly in the family. Joanna even kept posting on her Facebook some positive and motivational words. Nobody would have suspected that she and Ronald just committed a heinous crime in their house. The development of this case stays true to the saying that no secret can remain hidden forever.
Thanks to resub, Al.
Number 1.
What the fuck?
In March of 2012, Anton Palipa disappeared from his home in Scarborough in
They
Toronto,
found out
Canada,
because Michael
amid a
renovated.
prolonged struggle with schizophrenia.
Thanks to Prime Caleb.
Anton lived in BC during the late 90s and 2000s. While in Vancouver, Anton had been a key member of the Anti-Poverty Committee and had a long history of activism in the city, dating back
Real quick, what is the Anti-Poverty Committee? Are they against... They hate people that are poor, or they hate the idea that people can be poor?
to 1999.
Thanks to Prime Iron
That
Man.
year, he was among several people arrested for occupying the offices of then NDP Premier Glenn Clark.
Thanks
In
to
the
Tier
years
1
leading up to his
Bit
disappearance,
Blast.
Anton's family had tried to get him help as he was struggling with mental health. Before they were able to do so, he disappeared. There was no trace that he'd left voluntarily. His possessions and important documents were all still at his home. No one knew where he could be, and missing posters were put up in his place. The family was desperate for information and had no idea what to think. Despite trying to believe otherwise, they found it increasingly difficult to dispel the fears that Anton might be dead. His brother Stefan alerted the police and checked wherever he could for his brother. He looked in homeless shelters, jails, and even in morgues to see if there had been any sign of him, but all his efforts turned up no answers. Then, in late December 2016, almost 5 years since Anton's disappearance, Stefan received a phone call notifying him Anton had been found by police without shoes or
Nice.
identification
What?
along a busy highway in northern Brazil.
What the
Anton,
fuck?
who does not speak Portuguese, did not make sense to the police and was visibly distraught. A Canadian-born police officer named Helenis Vidigal was able to learn Anton was a Canadian, and using that bit of information, headed online to try and track down his family. He said a couple of things that made
Thanks to the
sense
gift
to
sub,
someone who has
Byron.
lived in Canada, for instance. At one point, he asked me if I am a Francophone. Also asked me to get the RCMP because he would like to be repatriated. Vidigal located
What does that
Anton
mean,
with 3 other officers
RCMP?
on a highway in Ji-Parana in the state of Rondônia on November 28, 2016. She initially thought he was a beggar because of his unkempt appearance. Although Anton refused to speak about his family, she said she sensed there was a family out there looking for him, and she set out to find them. Vidigal posted a photo of Anton to her Facebook page and enlisted the assistance of her Canadian friends to try identifying him. She said she also sent a few emails to missing person groups in Canada.
There's a lot here that doesn't
RCMP,
make sense.
and the Canadian Embassy in Brazil. At the end of December, the police officer stumbled across a missing person poster with Anton Palipa's image from around the time of his disappearance online. She contacted the Twitter handle listed on the poster and received a response within minutes from Anton's family friend. The friend put Vidigal in touch with Anton's brother Stefan,
5
and they made
years.
arrangements for his return home. Anton briefly escaped from police supervision in Porto Velho at the beginning of December. Eventually, police were notified that he had been seen close to the BR-319 highway that runs through the Amazon rainforest. Vidigal said she was concerned for his safety during this time. Because up there big predators like jaguars, alligators, snakes, among other deadly animals are real, we are talking about the Amazon jungle, she wrote. Luckily, Anton was discovered in the city of Manas on
Over the
January
corpse of a
3rd,
bear he just
2017,
beat to death.
where he was taken to a psychiatric hospital, according to Vidigal. His brother Stefan met him at the hospital and took him back to Canada. Stefan told CBC News his brother looked really rough. His health was starting to deteriorate, he said. We got him just in time. He raised more than $15,000 through GoFundMe to pay for the flight to bring his brother home on February 6, 2017. Anton was then staying with his brother in Toronto while he recovers from the ordeal. Stefan also told CBC it's still unclear how Anton has spent the last 5 years of his life, though it's believed he made it to Brazil mostly by walking and hitchhiking.
Oh,
Anton was somehow able to travel through the United States and Central America
holy
without a
shit.
passport, intending to reach the National Library of Buenos Aires in Argentina. However, when he made it there, he was turned away due to his lack of identification. This led to him continuing his journey and heading to Brazil, where he was eventually found. Amazingly, he survived by picking fruits and berries and scavenging food and clothes in rubbish piles, along with the help of strangers. Whilst in the Amazon jungle, he managed to avoid poisonous snakes and spiders, but did lose all 10 of his toenails.
Well, small price to pay to visit such a great library. That was pretty wild. Those stories actually did not disappoint. I'd never heard of any of those, and they were pretty interesting. Actually, pretty shocked.
Every week sees the release of multiple mysterious videos. However, some of these defy explanation. So, from a Mexican witch to a violent ghost, join us. Recently uploaded, this video was filmed somewhere in Montreal, Canada. The videographer films the moon on a daily basis. However, in his latest look, he apparently captured these UFOs.
Those aren't UFOs, they're beans, idiot. Clearly one of the astronauts just dropped them from orbit with the
Incredibly,
ISS.
based on the size of their shadows, they would have to be massive.
That's the whole thing.
In this next video, a woman is casually walking down the street when she is suddenly and violently thrown by an unseen force.
Holy shit! It's like a Nacho Libre suplex.
While some blame a chain, others maintain there is nothing there. As such, if this isn't the answer, what kind of force would be able to throw over a person with such ease? In recent years, the phenomena of frozen planes has become a hot topic among paranormal enthusiasts. Usually credited to the simulation theory, most of the videos can be explained. However, this one continues to puzzle viewers. Shot by Atlanta resident Sebastian Barajas, it shows a private plane frozen in midair.
Thanks to Tier 1 Imleko. The resub Sosuko.
Initially, some skeptics blamed the wind, yet the banner behind the plane doesn't reflect this.
Uh-oh. We do have ourselves a real mystery afoot. Who hacked the plane?
Eventually, after over a minute, the plane finally resumes its flight. But what caused it to freeze in the first place?
Probably just a server issue, I don't know.
Little is known about this next video, although it's believed to have been filmed in Russia. If that is the case, then this father and son may have captured the Almasty, the Russian Bigfoot.
Next to Tier 1 Prince. Oh god! I knew it! I've been saying it for years, Sasquatch is real. Finally, the proof!
Compared to most Bigfoot footage, this one has little to no skeptics, and is considered to be one of the best videos out there. In particular, people draw attention to its massive shoulders and elongated arms.
Little to no skeptics,
which
huh?
seem to make a hoax unlikely.
Yeah, you can't dispute that, I guess. Looks pretty, no argument from me. Also, I'll just read this out. The number 8 one with the girl being knocked over is an edited video. It was originally a tire that flew off a truck and hit her in the face, and they edited the tire out. I've actually seen that on Twitter. Since there's a lot of videos where tires fly out and hit somebody, on Twitter there was an account that would edit the tires out and just have the impact, and I recognized one of them because I saw it on Reddit. They had edited out the tire on someone that was walking down the sidewalk and gets hit in the back and just like fucking flies forward. They edited the tire, and the entire like skeptic community on Twitter was like, see, fucking proof that something is afoot in our simulated universe. So that is actually a pretty common one.
On May 17th, 2006, a mysterious entity was filmed flying over the Nuevo Mountains in Mexico. According to those who captured the video, it appeared to be wearing a cape, an observation that led to theories it was a witch.
Is this? What am I looking at? A microscope? What the? Yes. Now I see it. That is, without a doubt, a witch.
Eerily, in support of this claim, 2 policemen revealed that they had seen a similar or identical witch that same day.
Una persona vestida de negro,
Thanks, Resubs Quanto.
con plumas, 2 garras negras, así negras.
Not tonight though, Q. We just caught up like literally 3 nights
La
ago.
veo así, pero ella iba agachada. Entonces me hago para atrás, me meto otra vez al cuarto donde estaba.
Thanks, Resub Meat Strips, Fizzle, Gift Sub Prince, and Prime Dakota.
Según él, una noche cuando vigilaba este lote de autos, recibió la visita de 2 seres que volaban sobre el Panteón de Santa Catarina, ubicado a espaldas del cerro donde fue grabada la enigmática figura. 2 años antes, Leonardo Samaniego
Perhaps metal.
relató un encuentro similar. Curiosamente,
Thanks, Resub Logan.
era un policía.
One thing I've wanted to do is create one of these things. Like, I'd like to have Mark Rober whip up like a really convincing paranormal flying thing, and then just fly it around like, I don't know, some city, and see how many people pick up it, like, believing it's real.
However, some skeptics maintain that the supposed witch is actually just a bunch of balloons. Yet those who saw it are insistent it was supernatural.
I think that's illegal. What, to convince people that the fucking witches exist?
In multiple public hero videos,
Thanks for the gift sub,
initially
TDL.
seems to depict the close call rescue of a bystander. However, when researchers look closer, what seemed like an ordinary fall now appeared to be the result of paranormal interference.
What?
Eerily, when zoomed in, you can see a faint apparition, one that seems to actively push the bystander.
Okay. Yes. Ah, of course it's an apparition. What else would it be? Thanks to the resub Daffy and the anonymous bits. Skinwalker Ranch. Yep, that sounds like actual serial killer shit. I can't watch that on
It
Twitch.
stays in place for a few seconds before disappearing.
Isn't this hold on. This clip right here. Isn't this the one where it was a drunk man that got arrested because he pushed her onto the tracks? That's this video, isn't it? Holy shit, hold on. That wasn't long ago. Let me see it. Where was it? There was a drunk homeless man, if I remember right, that pushed her onto the tracks. Or it could be a different one. But let's see. No, it's a different one. Or at least, I don't, well, Jesus, there's a couple instances, but it is, the one I was thinking of is not this one. Thanks to the resub Spike in the tier 1 waffles. Skinwalker Ranch was the first known sighting of a Wendigo. Okay, I see we're using those terms very loosely. There's a tier 1 Emily drones and the bits Aussie and Cinder. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'll queue it up. But I'm trying to find this because I'm pretty sure this video is. I'm pretty sure it was a guy that pushed her because this looks very familiar. Okay, I guess not. Must have been a ghost. Thanks to the Prime Kung Fu and Kidney Stones and the resub Smiles. And the resub Rusty. It's not like a ghost thing or anything, that's just kind of interesting. I've never heard that theory. Who was that? Al Duce? Is that even a real thing? El Duce. Eldon Hoke. After the body of frontman Kurt Cobain was discovered in the greenhouse of Cobain's Lake Washington home, Hoke began making the claim that Cobain's wife, Courtney Love, had offered to pay him to kill Cobain. Hoke promoted his story in such media outlets as Jerry Springer, Inquirer, and Nick Broomfield's documentary Kurt and Courtney. In 1996, Hoke passed a lie detector test when claiming that Love had offered him $50,000 to kill Cobain. In 1997, Duche, I don't know how to say it, it's whatever, again claimed that Love offered him $50,000 to whack Cobain. Claimed that he knew who did kill Cobain, giving the name Alan, and some people think it was Alan Rinch, but he said he would let the FBI catch him. According to a self-published book by Mentor's bass player Steve Broy, the whole story was concocted by Mentor's associate Rev Bud Green in order to sell to supermarket tabloids. Nice. Interestingly, though, April 19th, 1997, one day after his final performance and talking to Brent Alden, 8 days after filming his interview with Nick Broomfield in the Kurt and Courtney documentary, he was found dead on the railroad tracks, decapitation in an accident, and was hit on by a full freight train going 60. That is pretty fucking weird. Thanks to the Prime Ram and the resub Drobes. The day's been alright, Bear. Hope you've done well. Wild. According to the documentary made about, or autobiography made about El Duce, there were people on the track, on the other side of the tracks, that called out to him, and he went over to meet them and got stuck. Thanks to the Prime Lumbo. So who is Alan Rinch? How deep does this go? What a fucking unfortunate name. Alan Rinch just of course brings me Alan Wrenches to buy. I see. So he doesn't want to be found. That crafty Alan Rinch. Damn. Alright, I'll do Alan Rynch Cobain. Alright. Murdering Kurt Cobain, finishing it all off. I actually have a photo of Alan Rynch with Kurt Cobain wearing the shirt that he died in. Alan Rynch says he killed Kurt Cobain. Who is Alan Rynch? Yeah, there's not a whole lot about Alan Rynch. But it just seems like a guy who's trying to piggyback off of that story from El Dushi.
Whilst most have heard of the mainstream 9/11 conspiracies, one controversial theory proposes that United 93 was actually empty when it crashed. Supposedly, the passengers
Oh, this
were
one's just
removed
really
from the
fucking
plane
disrespectful.
and subsequently murdered. To prove this video, years before its release, in December 2009, these two videos were uploaded to YouTube. Shot in Moscow, they appear to show the same pyramid-shaped UFO. After the release of this footage,
Oh,
the
wow.
sections of the pyramid went quiet. Then in 2018, this UFO was caught above the Pentagon.
Holy shit.
Mysteriously, around the same time, this leaked video found its way online. Allegedly taken at a UN closed meeting in New York.
There's a tier 1
a
pool
woman
and the tier
reveals
1
the
boom.
Pentagon pyramid was extraterrestrial in nature. Interestingly, she is now identified as Alaya Prokofyeva, the real founder of the private space company, Galactica.
What? Oh my god, aliens are real. I knew it! It's proven! Would a triangle really be the best shape for their ships, though? This shit is from a movie? Thanks, Resub Leo. What movie? Thanks, the Prime Crown. What movie, though, is what I'm asking. I mean, I think it's... I also think it's from a movie. Would be my guess. Like, this is so convenient that it's just like an exposition dump here.
Allegedly taken at a UN closed meeting in...
But I don't know what movie. Let's see. Alaya Prokofyevya. Prokofyevya. Yep, that's how you say it. Alaya Prokofyevya, founder, CEO of Human Cosmos. The only thing I find is her, like, LinkedIn pages. Everything I find about her is her posting about herself. Check comments. YouTube comments is the worst fucking place for anything ever. I guarantee they believed every single one of the things in here. Yep, that was definitely Bigfoot. Can't argue with that. Well, never mind, actually. Most of them are just calling it out. Nice. Night, Christopher.
A weekly internet show, the Atheist Experience has ran for over a decade, and generally sees the host debate with various callers over different religious matters. However, during a seemingly regular, if not slightly intense call in 2014,
Thanks, 3 subs
there was a sudden bizarre and downright chilling moment live on air.
That's just a silly argument. I mean, I understand.
I agree with you. I'm just trying to get at why it's a silly argument.
Well, I understand that that statement was originally said by Carl Sagan, but who really cares about, them requiring extraordinary claims and evidence?
So then you should believe I rose from the dead. Okay. I terrified her with my awesome logic.
Apparently.
That's the creepy, mysterious moment?
As heard, while the hosts argue with the caller, she abruptly lets out a blood-curdling scream, and before we can hear any more, they disconnect the call.
What?
Disturbingly, the screams sound uncomfortably real, as though the woman was actually attacked. In fact, many viewers were so convinced the call was genuine that they asked the show to track down the woman's address. Others though aren't so convinced, and contend the scream was merely a sound effect.
Valorous.
Still, is it possible the woman was literally murdered on air?
Okay.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
A reality series is one of the last places you'd expect to find credible proof of life after death. However, one Big Brother contestant allegedly heard the voice of her dead sister.
Ué, eu ouvi meu nome.
What?
Cida? Cida? Aonde?
This is a mysterious video?
Aonde?
I think he was just happy to be watching some Brazilian Big Brother here.
Still, the mystery seems over when a fellow contestant claims responsibility.
I'm just gonna skip through this. I think it's just this guy being horny.
In the previous look at mysterious videos, I covered a plane supposedly frozen in the air. To some, this was evidence of the simulation theory.
Thanks to some
While
Chris
for
Crab
skeptics,
and
it was just the wind.
Ghetto Works.
However,
and
either
the Dollar
way,
Astro.
these so-called glitches in the Matrix not only affect aircraft, but also apparently birds. Now, admittedly, most of these videos are easily explained as normal hunting behaviour. Yet what if the bird was dead, and still somehow floating?
What is it? What is it? Can you see it?
This is an old patch. Yeah. Just a bit of lag. Desync.
What the hell is that?
According to one onlooker, Nino Tobrak-Kojan,
He's the
he
Prime
watched
Demon.
it for at least 2 minutes, but saw no movement whatsoever.
2 minutes?
Unsurprisingly,
He drove right by it.
Has itself led to stranger theories. The common consensus is that it's proof of the aforementioned artificial reality, but alternative bizarre ideas claim it's a government drone, or even a broken alien device. Leave your own theories in the comments.
What the hell is that?
Yes, a broken alien device is pretty reasonable given all the evidence. Thanks to the resub Arisen and Detergent.
If you've spent any time in conspiracy circles, you've likely heard of the chemtrail theory. The idea is that many contrails are actually filled with undisclosed chemical substances.
They're making our dicks
These
smaller.
chemtrails then slowly poison the atmosphere with the overall purpose of human population control. However,
It's clearly
an
not
additional
working.
And downright bizarre theory posits that said chemicals are released via cloaked government planes. Now, obviously this sounds ridiculous, but believers have offered up some weird videos. Incredibly, on July 17th, 2019, Skywatcher Eye of the Beholder filmed this unexplained anomaly in Bucharest,
Sweet, thanks,
Romania.
Eris. Yeah, I know, I love these things, Mafia. Thanks to the resub, Maddie. And yeah, True Cult.
Still, you might say this was just an optical illusion, yet 2 days before this video was released, amateur researcher Linda Miller captured another one of these planes.
Thanks to the resub, Varus. Looks pretty good. I can't.
So could
yeah.
the impossible be true?
There we go.
And the government actually use invisible planes.
Thanks to the resub, Clorox and the Prime Stick.
Hidden in the remote Monitor Valley of Nevada lies the boiling hot spring Diane's Punch Bowl. Such extraordinary heat has led to the alternative name Devil's Cauldron. But
I've
could
heard of
there be
that.
an additional and darker reason for this?
Oh.
One person who may have stumbled upon the answer is the channel Texrax. For years, they've tested the durability of multiple pieces of technology via different extreme situations. As such, the boiling cauldron was a perfect place to test the survival capabilities of the iPhone 11.
Okay guys, so check it out.
Thanks to resub, Otis.
We're gonna slowly but surely dip it straight in the water.
Still, the
Alright, I'll check it
experiment
out.
seems like a flop with Texrax's first test.
Thanks to Prime Veronis.
However, the second time Texrax drops the phone, he captures something truly chilling.
Wow, what the fuck? It's demons!
Texrax himself is at a loss to explain the screams, but this hasn't stopped his viewers from claiming the cauldron is actually a portal to hell. Now obviously this theory is speculative at best, but there's no doubt the sounds are unusual. So what's really the answer? Be sure to let me know.
It goes to hell. What do you mean? We got the answer. What the fuck are you talking about? You heard the screams. Demons are always screaming
In the world
hell.
of UFO research, some self-proclaimed hunters often analyze.
It's not the
NASA
drone,
feeds
it was
for proof.
fucking demons, bro.
Unfortunately, for the most part, they're left with blurry pictures of normal space phenomena.
Thanks
However,
to
every
Geo
now and then, the cameras
and
pick up
Nuka
something that shouldn't be there.
Ruka and the Prime.
The most recent
Itlo
example
and
of
Bread.
this was on February 19th, 2020, when ufologists spotted this bizarre object.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bear. We'll do the Ghost of Camel in just a moment. I'm busy being enlightened. Thanks, Resub Crimpy.
Incredibly, based on its size compared to that of the nearby planets, the UFO appears to be massive on an unprecedented scale. Still, despite such inspired speculation, NASA claims the artifact anomaly is actually an internal reflection of Venus. Intriguingly though, researchers have noted the UFO's similarity to Ezekiel's wheel, long suspected to be proof of the ancient alien theory.
Yep, that's what
For
I
those
was thinking
unaware,
too.
The Bible claims the prophet was visited by a flying chariot, yet others believe it was a spaceship. No doubt this sounds like blatant pseudoscience, except the idea was surprisingly correlated by NASA chief Joseph Blumrich. So is the solar anomaly proof that Ezekiel's wheel has returned? Or was it
Yeah.
really just a reflection of Venus?
No, it's Ezekiel's wheel. Like, you can't argue with that. Look at that shit. It's like a fucking Beyblade over there.
If this year didn't feel apocalyptic enough, some believe a dragon has now been filmed in China. In a scene sensationally described as hell on earth, a sudden explosion recently hit the Tiexi district of Shenyang. Officially, it was the result of a lightning strike. However, many are convinced it was some type of plasma weapon, and even weirder still, that it had a connection to this flying creature.
Wow. It's always so convenient that someone's like looking in the correct direction to catch something like that in a totally innocent, nothing going on kind of day. I always just find that really lucky, just how lucky we are to get those kind of angles, because he's clearly holding his phone.
Mysteriously,
He just decided to start recording while driving over by those buildings doing nothing.
Like a dragon silhouette behind the apartments. Covered by multiple cameras, skeptics have claimed it's merely a piece of plastic debris, yet it seems to flap its wings.
That was sweet there. No, I think it's
is
just.
it possible
I don't
this
think so.
anomaly
Boom.
really is some unexplained creature? And if so, why was its appearance perfectly timed with the explosion? Is this proof they're related, or was it just a bunch of debris and a few coincidences? What's your opinion?
I think it's a dragon. I mean, what the fuck else could it be?
A video that bears unnerving similarity to that of the frozen bird clip. This was taken back in September 2019. Posted to Facebook by Morgan Lyons, she supposedly stumbled upon this crowd of seemingly frozen people. This is definitely weird enough, but even stranger, there'd been nobody there 10 minutes earlier.
What the fuck is happening?
Holy shit. The NPCs, their code is fucked up.
Gotta go. Get me out.
Now, this is certainly mysterious, but could there be a simple explanation? According to some comments, the group is a class from Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation retreat, in which participants stand completely still in order to become fully immersed in the experience. However, others remain skeptical of this, and question why they would freeze in such uncomfortable positions, as well as why some members are stood nowhere near each other. Additionally, viewers state that they couldn't all stand still without at least some instance of movement. So, if the people aren't from the meditation retreat, could it perhaps be an elaborate prank? Or, as a few far-out theories postulate, further evidence of the simulation hypothesis?
I think simulation.
Gotta go. Get me out.
You didn't see one moving. That was an illusion to hide the malfunctioning simulated
Earlier this
universe.
year, the city of Bryan, Texas was rocked by a horde of banshee-like screams, and although officials blamed the pressure release valve, many residents
Hey, I have
convinced
seen
of
that
an
phase, and thank
otherworldly
you.
explanation. One of these
Thanks
is
for being
Daniel
so
Robb,
cool.
who was one of the first to record the screams. According to Rob, they apparently started around 8:30 in the midst of an unusually powerful thunderstorm, and continued for an hour.
There's a sound screaming, it's like a scream. It's so freaking loud, and it's coming from up in the air, like up there. It's been going on now.
Jesus.
What is that? I swear I saw like this thing when the lightning was flashing a second ago. What the fuck?
This one was a real thing?
Instead,
What did it
the
turn out to
screams
be?
come in fairly regular intervals, with an odd mixture of vibration sounds and shrieks. Most inexplicably, they seem to be extremely loud, and yet somehow far in the distance.
that is so loud and so, like, eerie. It's like a banshee, blood curdling.
So what did it turn out to be then, if it's real?
There it is again.
It's Zapdos? That's kind of what I was thinking.
What is that?
Fortunately, however, resident Rusty Eppolida was able to get a much more close-up recording. Unfortunately, his video only makes the screams that much more creepy.
Uh-oh. Oh, is that... Don't... I think it's a fox that makes a fucking super loud scream, right?
With an animalistic cry.
Is that a fox or
While
something?
around
What
the
am I
same
thinking
time,
of?
There are a series of mysterious blue flashes. Eerily, these screams sound like they're coming from something alive, and not
Mountain
an object,
lion?
as others speculated.
Thanks to resub Maddie.
So what was responsible?
True boom, it could be.
For now we don't know, but the answer probably lies in Rob's other two videos. Interestingly, the earlier clip shows the Air Force responding to an unidentified object, in the exact same location where he later captured the screams.
Yes, it was probably an alien spacecraft screaming.
Meanwhile, in the latter piece of footage, it looks as if Rob potentially captured said object.
It's coming from up there. See that thing in the sky? Flashes?
Thanks to resub Sunbro, Neptune in the Prime Atrium.
What was this UFO? A weather modification device as has been suggested? Or is there a more darker outlook?
That's not a cloud. It's a witch. So what does a mountain lion scream sound like? Well, that almost immediately replicated that. That took the quickest YouTube search of all time. That's pretty fucking close. What does a fox scream sound like? I know these screams are fucking crazy. Nice. This one? Yep, I think it was probably a mountain lion. This is probably filmed on the same night that that guy was losing his fucking mind thinking it was a banshee. Hey, thanks for the 5 tier 2 gift subs, damn right. Appreciate it. Next to be some Hawk Kid. And why the earth is upside down. 2 hours?
I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, and I'm back.
Okay.
And I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back. Woo!
I like the
Gonna
energy.
break down the fuckery. We're gonna break down the fuckery.
I feel like I'm in
Been
a university
my fault.
class.
Am I fucked? Am I fucked? So we're gonna dissect the fuckery. We're gonna dissect the fuckery.
I'm invested.
Woo!
I'm ready. Peel back the
We're
truth.
gonna dissect some fuckery here, yeah? Some motherfucking fuckery. Here we go. We're gonna start off exposing fuckery. And we got Prophet Neb Naba,
Thanks to the Prime.
the Dogon tribe.
Pokin and the tier 1
break it
Zermoy.
down for you. Because we're gonna expose the fuckery. And here we go.
Wait, what?
We all know that all the calendars of this modern
So he's just breaking down profits? Typically he has bigger fish.
they symbolize the authority of a group of
Like he tackles dimensional time travels.
symbolize
What's this one?
Fucking water, man. but they got the water North Pole on top.
What?
Okay, because the reality is the North Pole is the fucking South Pole, and the South Pole is in reality the fucking North Pole.
Well, I could get behind
So
that.
they flipped everything around.
Makes
Why?
it tier 1
to
fatality.
fuck you, man. This is fuckery. Okay, I'm here to expose the fuckery. This is some motherfucking fuckery.
I could believe that. That sounds like something they'd
Now
do.
let's get into the mind fuckery here. Okay, this goes to your brain here, okay? The brain has the same structure as a magnet.
I don't know enough about the brain to know if that's true or
pull this
not.
up.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay, the brain has the same
Thanks to the resub
structure as
Borgus,
a magnet.
and the gift sub
Hold
Panda,
on.
and the resub Prophet.
This is all about fucking mind control, okay?
And I really appreciate that,
According
Barry. Thank you for the 20
to
men.
Caucasoid, your brain's magnetic field goes from north to south. Okay, according to this right here. According to this fucking picture right here. Now, if
That picture's the
currents-
key?
If magnetic field lines go from north to south, that means the North Pole's the negative and the South Pole's the positive.
Nah, it sounds like some
Which means that the
fuckery to
fucking
me.
world map
I don't
is
know about
upside
that.
fucking down, man.
No.
Okay? It's upside fucking down.
Ah!
Okay, this is how the map's supposed to be. Antarctica's a landmass. Land sits on top of the fucking water.
Okay.
Okay, this is the fucking North Pole. Africa, Australia, South America, all these countries are on the northern sector of the planet. Okay, Europe, what is it?
What does it all mean, though, Brett?
Greenland.
Why are we
US,
upside
Canada.
down?
This is the southern part of the planet. Russia. This is the southern half of the planet. So if you look at it, current.
Thanks to the
electric
Prime
current,
2P, Wham Bam, Tanisa, and the
pole,
resub
the magnetic
Secluded,
fields
Potato
travel from
Man.
north to south. Now, if your brain
Thanks to the 5B movie.
is wired to think that it goes from north to south, opposite.
Jesus, I'm sorry to hear that,
Guess
Anna.
what you're doing? You're working against the magnetic field lines of the universe. Your brain has been programmed to go against the universe, the current of the universe. You're working opposite of the Birkeland Anubis current.
The Birkeland Anubis current. Hold on, I'm gonna need to Google some of these terms. Is anyone familiar with the Birkeland Anubis current? Brett Carr is assuming I've already taken all of these courses, but I haven't. Seems Google is involved in this upside down Pangea conspiracy because I can't find anything on the Birkeland Anubis current. It's not Birkin, he definitely says Birkeland. How deep does the corruption go?
Conditioned your mind to work against the fucking universe. Okay, we have to realign our brain currents and put them back in line with how the
Thanks for the
universe
gift sub again,
actually
Panda.
flows. The
And
magnetic
resub
field
Chung,
lines go from
the Prime,
north, which is
supercharged.
Antarctica, to south. Okay? You have to reprogram your thinking. Because once you reprogram your thinking, then you can realign your mind with the currents of the universe. Okay?
What's the universe ever done for us, though, Brett?
You have to realign your mind, man. And there's a purpose behind doing this, man. 'Cause this is all about mind fucking you. Okay? They don't want you to understand electromagnetic energy. They don't want you to understand electromagnetic currents.
Okay.
And how the universe works.
But why?
Because once you get in line with those currents, you return to being a fucking god. And they don't want you
Really?
becoming a god. Which is why I'm coming out with this video here to expose
It's that easy
the
to become a
fuckery.
god?
The fuckery.
Man, fuck the
We're not gonna
fuckery.
stop the return of God, nigga. Okay, we're gonna come back to our.
So all you have to do is
realign
realign
ourselves
your
with these
thinking
God currents, with these
to
God
become a
energies.
god?
And once you tap in, plug in. guess
Has anyone
what
in the
you
comments
become?
successfully
You
done
become
this?
A god. That means your vibration picks up, which means you can break out of these fucking soul traps, man. These magnetic field soul traps that surround the fucking universe. But you gotta understand how the magnetic fields work. Okay?
Young Pharaoh
Magnetic
sent me
fields,
here.
According to
One of the most important
according
videos
to
you can
how
see.
It is with the Lorentz force, it's negative to positive. Okay?
Well.
Hold on. As you see right here in this diagram,
Okay.
current goes from negative to
Thanks to
positive.
Tier 1 Omi and the Prime Delta.
Okay? So
I don't
the
watch a
South
lot of
Pole
hentai artichoke, by that I mean
would
I
be
don't watch
the
hentai at all.
positive, and the North Pole is the negative. So you know, instead of current flowing from Antarctica to to the North Pole, it's going from North Pole to the South Pole because the North Pole, according to, I don't want to get confusing. North Pole, which
No,
is,
nothing confusing
North
about
America,
this.
according to the Caucasoid, okay?
The what?
That would have to be
The Caucasaurus?
I don't want to get confusing. North Pole, which is North America, according to the Caucasoid, okay?
I'm gonna have to Google another term. The Caucasus? Well, that's a dangerous term to Google on Twitch. Is anyone familiar with the Caucasoid? Sounds like some kind of prehistoric beast or something. Thanks to the resub, Genuine. Oh, baby, thanks for the 10 gift subs, Castley. And thanks for the tier 3 resub, Castley. I'm just gonna
that would have to
let
be
it ride for a minute.
the negative
We'll
pole.
go to something else in a minute. I'm trying to let us all become
The
gods.
positive pole. So that means current flows from the North Pole to the South Pole.
Thanks to the Prime Colmix.
They flipped this shit around, man.
Thanks, Savage.
Okay, they flipped all this shit around because they don't want you plugging into.
It's a type of carpet.
They don't want you plugging into the Nubis current.
Even the carpet's in on it?
Universal cosmic energy from galaxy to galaxy, creating this cosmic web. They do not want you to align yourself with this current.
Okay.
Once you align yourself with this current, you return to being a god, and they can no longer control your fucking ass. Okay? You can add more light. You can increase your vibration, but you got to understand how current flows. They got you thinking that.
I imagine
current
Brett's
flows the
recording this
opposite
video
direction, and when
levitating
it
off of his
actually
chair.
flows, then they throwing your current off. They throwing you off, and they don't want you to get aligned with the current. So we got to correct the line of the current so we can bypass the fuckery.
Agreed.
Okay, we're gonna get past the fuckery.
I agree. We gotta get past the fuckery barrier.
In this Lorentz Force video, they flipped the battery over, but we know current goes from negative to positive. When it goes from negative to positive, we see how the vortex, the magnetic fields go. But if they got you thinking that it goes from positive
Thanks to
to
tier 1
negative,
cute lobster and the gift sub Kevin.
okay,
And of course
you're
I
not
like
going to
Tool.
understand how these magnetic fields go.
I just didn't
which
like
means
Tool's
you're
new
always
album.
going to stay in the fucking trap. The trap of Yaldabaoth, the trap of these fucking archons.
What?
They don't want you to understand current.
Yaldabaoth?
Because once you understand current, you can bypass the magnetic field traps that trap your fucking soul here. See? So that's why they had to flip around all this shit.
It's like some anime shit.
Switch everything around. Why? Because this is all about fuckery. About keeping you a slave. Keeping you unenlightened. Keeping your ass in the fucking dark, man. That's what the fuck they're doing, man.
Well, it seems pretty easy to become a god, though.
Keeping your ass in the
If I just have to look at a Duracell battery.
Okay? We're gonna correct this shit. Okay? We're gonna correct this shit.
Does he get into spirit cooking here?
Okay, this is how current actually flows. This is the positive, negative. The current.
Yeah, that's enough of that lesson for today. That's a lot to digest. But it seems like we're only a couple of YouTube videos away from becoming a god.
We are going to do a psychic brain massage.
Well, fucking do it then, pussy. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I'm expecting any minute now for him to like chug a fifth of vodka and just say shoe nice or something.
Can you feel?
Oh. Ooh. Shit, he's powerful. God damn. Ooh, wait. Hey, whoa, be nice to the psyche.
We can connect.
Yes, please. Let's connect. That's what I want.
From your mind.
Oh, whoa.
In out.
Wow.
Your brain.
Oh, yes. Pet it, please. Wonderful. That felt great.
Had the misfortune to handle this incorrectly, you would most certainly have a painful and horrible death.
What?
Sadly, this subject has been covered before by someone I know.
Uranium.
But I found this story really interesting and I had to do a video about it.
Plutonium?
This
Fuck!
video.
Son of a
Like
bitch.
many of my atomic videos, our story starts during the Second
He's a
World
bit
War
spacey.
and the Manhattan Project. The Demon Core, or Rufus as it was originally nicknamed, was intended to be used in a third atomic bomb to be dropped on Japan. It was designed to be 5% below critical mass.
So this doesn't seem
leaving
like
the
super
core
interesting though.
somewhat
Like
safe. However,
we know now how
5%
dangerous
was
plutonium
to
is.
ensure that when needed, it could be used to make a very large explosion easily.
Seems like a really comprehensive lesson into the dangers of plutonium, but yeah, I was expecting like some wild shit. But I mean, it's a good sport. I certainly have no problem with shin kicking. When do they... There it is. The danger to the sack is really high in this sport, but I'm pretty sure they wear a cup.
So the Harvard Globeheads debunked their model yesterday.
You're not testing on a ball, guys. The Earth is flat.
Oh shit! Wait, is this serious or no?
We're gonna put one magnet here in California. Seriously, I'm about to lose it. I'm getting pissed.
I don't know
how you're gonna take a 1 mile
isn't
piece
it?
of toilet paper and hit space.
God damn it.
I thought he was gonna die, dude. I literally thought he was gonna die.
Wow.
I thought you...
Holy shit.
They're in complete shock.
I thought it was an actual flat earther thing.
You can't write that stuff, guys. I'm just having my freaking world rocked.
Shut the fuck up!
It's everything.
This looks very high effort though, wow.
Right. And I've always been right. You guys get it? You guys fucking get it?
Damn, the amount of effort that seems to have gone into that is wild. It says parody? What, where? Oh, god damn it! Well, I mean, I think it was pretty clear. But, yeah, I should have just seen this right away and not got excited.
So the Harvard Globeheads.
FaZe Rug Gatorade in Windex bottle prank? Tell me if it's fake or not? Alright, I don't have to watch it. I can tell you it's fake. FaZe Rug is in the fucking title. What do you mean? I'll watch it for a couple seconds just to confirm, make sure I'm on the right track here. I don't want to be wrong. But I can tell you it's definitely fake.
What's going on, guys? FaZe Rug. I know her reaction is gonna be funny. It's gonna be so fun to do, and oh god, I'm actually scared to do this. And I'm gonna ask her if she needed help cleaning.
That's nice of you. Forgot something? Did you really fucking drink him now and that? Come on, you should look.
It looks. My mom got so scared. You were on.
It's fake. That's probably enough FaZe Rug's content for the whole year, in fact. We just reached the limit. Watch the Glico-Morinaga Incident, Japan's greatest unsolved mystery.
Explore the Glico-Morinaga case and its perpetrator, the monster with 21.
That's a cool title, I'm in.
Izaki legacy, but nothing could have prepared him for the night of March 18th, 1984, or the subsequent nightmare that would last nearly a year and a half after that. At approximately, the two men first happened upon Mrs. Izaki and one of the couple's 3 children.
This is not what I was expecting
they were
at all
both
here.
bound. Meanwhile, Katsuhisa, hearing the commotion, tried to remain unnoticed in the nearby bathroom with his 2 other children, but his efforts were ultimately in vain. Do but wait. A ransom request was made the very next morning, with the unidentified assailants asking for the equivalent of $4.3 million, along with 220 pounds of gold.
Damn!
A staggering amount for anyone, but one that
What
would
the
ultimately
fuck?
never have to be paid. Just 3 days later, Katsuhisa managed to escape completely unharmed, revealing to both police and the public that he'd been held in a warehouse in nearby Ibaraki City, not far from his own company's headquarters.
What the
Puzzlingly
fuck?
enough, the CEO also claimed that he managed to finally escape because he, for some reason, had been left unmonitored. Almost a month after the taking of Katsuhisa Izaki, more bizarre events began to unfold for Glico. On April 10th, a number of vehicles outside the company HQ were inexplicably set on fire in a suspected arson case.
What the fuck is going on with
Just under
Glico?
a week later,
Jesus,
a container
they're
full of
haunted.
hydrochloric acid was located in one of Glico's buildings. Both Glico and local Osaka media received letters claiming that cyanide-laced packs of the company's candy would be placed on store shelves. The letters signed by a person or group choosing
Damn,
to
this
be
is like the
called
actual
the
Zodiac
Monster
Killer.
with
Like,
21
he must have fled the States and then went
The
here
name,
to
many
torment the
assumed,
chocolate
was
guy.
taken from the works of mystery writer
Glico and the
Rampo
Chocolate
Ogawa,
Factory.
specifically a character known as the Monster or Fiend with 20 faces. It goes without saying that what happened next here was mass panic, and of course for good reason. Now, despite all the damage, however, no poison candies were actually found. Meanwhile, investigators were scrambling to crack the case, but the so-called monster with 21 faces was slippery, and they knew it. As this was all going on, the letters did not stop. Many that were sent to the media were addressed directly to Japanese police, who the monster described as stupid and incompetent.
Oh, hey, that's hey, let's not be rude. What the fuck?
Frustrated with police,
they're doing their best.
The vehicle was gray and that they'd entered Glico's factory via the front gate in order to plant the container filled with acid, which they claimed was originally street garbage. The letters themselves.
Imagine being so incompetent at your job that the criminals you're trying to catch are just openly giving you hints to make it more fun for them, because you can't figure it out on your own.
Solid clues as to the monster's identity, aside from the fact that they seemed local based on the dialect that was used. There did, however, appear to be one possible break in the case after Glico's products had been recalled.
Oh!
This man was spotted on CCTV, seemingly placing something onto a store shelf.
We got him!
It is a bit difficult to make out, but the man here is wearing a business suit and glasses, along with a Tokyo Yomiuri Giants baseball cap.
Oh, I actually thought that was a New York Yankees cap for a second, I'm not gonna lie.
Footage associated with this case, but whoever is depicted in it, the so-called videotaped man, has never been identified or even formally connected to the person or group who calls themselves the monster with 21 faces. On June 26, at the height of all the chaos and confusion, something even more bizarre took place.
Oh god.
Another letter had turned up, but this time
it was a love letter.
That the monster was done with Glico. The note, addressed to the people of Japan, said the president of Glico has already gone around with his head hanging down long enough. We would like to forgive him. Japan has gotten terribly hot and humid, so when our work is done...
Yeah, maybe I'll check that one out next, Raiden.
Geneva, Paris, London. We'll be in one of those places. Let's bring Pocky, the traveler's friend. Delicious Glico products. We're eating them too. See you in January of next year. And it even came without any money being exchanged. This, of course, would seem
yeah, they haven't made a single fucking dime from this shit.
If not for the fact that the monster really hadn't stopped at all. In fact, it had already started targeting other brands, including one Marudai food company, with much the same tactics it had already used with Glico. Once again, ransom was demanded in exchange for peace, and unlike Glico, Marudai was ready to comply.
Oh no!
But with a catch. On June 28th, just 2 days after the
Why comply? They clearly just gave up last time.
With Glico, said man was described as having a larger build, short hair, glasses, and most notably, eyes said to resemble those of a fox. The undercover cop was instructed
so you sent a cop that was high.
A white flag, the signal to drop the money. But since that flag never appeared, the cop continued on the route until its eventual end in Kyoto. He was only there long enough to hop on the next available train back to Osaka, and sure enough, the fox-eyed man boarded the exact same train. This time, the monster wasn't bluffing. Several packs of Morinaga products were found with additional labels on them reading, "Danger contains poison," signed the monster with 21 faces. In response, a staggering 40,000 Japanese police officers were set to watch over
get rid of the surprise by saying that.
Stores. In August of 1985, things were still at a standstill, and the Japanese public were furious with law enforcement's perceived
Appreciate it, Giggle. Thank you. And
the
yeah,
pressure
GTRP
was
is always
too
fun.
much for one man in particular who had worked on the case. Superintendent Shoji Yamamoto, who, tragically out of shame, set himself on fire and would ultimately pass away.
What?
The monster, meanwhile, had been watching...
What? This is like literally an anime plot. The fucking detective was so ashamed he couldn't catch the guy that he lit himself on fucking fire? This is probably what he looked like when he was burning alive too, just so fucking stoic about it. Like, yeah, I'm burning alive, what is it? What of it? Huh, pussy? My god! What? Bro, like over here, the fucking lead detective on a case probably thinks about it 10 minutes out of his day. And meanwhile, this guy was so consumed by it and so disappointed he couldn't crack it, he lit himself on fucking fire.
We decided to give our condolences. we decided to forget about torturing food-making companies. If anyone blackmails any of the food-making companies, it's not us, but someone copying us. We are bad guys. That means we've got more to do other than bullying companies.
Kind of
The
a lame
monster
note, not gonna lie,
ultimately
kind of
made
lame.
good on their work. But even so, people were still left with no answers, no real reason
Wait,
for why
what?
all this.
So, this is fucking crazy. So the guy lit himself on fire, and that was such a profound statement that the criminals just stopped. So this guy, like, he must have seen the strings that attached everything. He must have cracked the fucking code. By lighting himself on fire, he solved the case, but he lit himself on fire because he couldn't solve it. So the act of the self-immolation ultimately solved the case. This is crazy. And there, man, what a story. And the criminals also had so much honor that they respected him so much that they just quit.
It almost comes off like the monster with 21 faces didn't actually want to hurt anyone or even make money for that matter. Why place labels on tainted goods? Why not actually collect on the money? Why leave the CEO unmonitored, which allowed for his escape? That we don't know of. In the end, we're never going to know what the monster really wanted. Was it to make a point to society, or to play out his very own detective fantasy in real life? The answers remain unclear, but what's troubling to think about is that the monster with 21 faces could still be alive today, and much like the Fiend, the monster remains unseen. Thank you.
That was great. But what an I can't help but feel like it's all wasted. So, like, the team behind the monster with 21 condoms, like, they did something crazy. Like, they did something nuts. And no one will ever know who it was. So that group, or that maybe one person, they can never fucking brag about it. They can never be like, I'm a genius. Like, this guy probably sits at the dinner table with his family or his friends. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking smart as shit. And then he can never prove it. Because he can't just be like, yeah, I'm the monster with 21 faces or whatever. Such a waste. You did something nuts and no one will ever know. Except you. You yourself are the only one that will know. Shame. I already saw the Redditor that vanished. That's just... Videos like that, though, I'm not a huge fan of. No. It's just, it ends with, like, nothing. Like, just reading a couple Reddit posts from a guy and then speculating why he stopped posting. Like, that's not interesting. It's not like a mystery. Just a random guy who was trolling on a Reddit account and then he stops. It's like, oh. Is there anything toss in here? Or are we good? One guy said this video is tossing me. 1 sec, I'm just gonna do like a quick rudimentary scrub.
An obscure online video game. What is it?
Oh.
Some might consider it an anomaly. A game so far out of ordinary conventions that they're left ripe for urban legends, conspiracies, and rumors.
That game looks cool.
What makes an obscure video game? How does it differ from your Silent Hill or your Call of Duty?
Yo! What? Who recognizes this game? About once every 5 or so years, I have like some kind of flashback to playing this in elementary school. This was a Christian Doom game. I don't remember what it was called now. No, it's Christian Doom, and I can't remember the name, but they had this on like the computer lab when I was in like elementary, middle school. I used to play it a lot. Literally all of these are wrong. People are just saying like random shit. It's not Kingsfield. Kingsfield was not a fucking FPS game, right? Kingsfield was the platformer, wasn't it? Oh, nope. Holy shit, it's From Software? Oh, maybe the game that was on screen isn't the one I was thinking of then, because the one I'm thinking of, it was the precursor to Dark Souls. That's pretty cool. What the fuck is it then? What's the one I'm thinking of? Well, it definitely wasn't Katechumen. They had like giant purple floating heads, and you fought using like a Bible in one hand, and then something in the other. Oh, this is the one. It was one of the first Christian first-person shooter games. Oh, and that was the one that was on screen too. Yeah. I thought so. Because it's got the purple head. I'll never forget that. Thanks, guy.
Since the dawn of gaming, the medium of the home video game has had its fair share of outliers. Throughout your day-to-day, you might not see it, But it
Maybe
seems
some
that
cam.
almost every few years, a game breaks the fourth wall and melds with the realm of obscurity. The thing is, some of these are wrapped up in real-world mystery and seem to break the overarching meta that accompanies gaming entirely. You see, video games are meant to be an escape from
Thank you,
reality,
Tempest, for the 10
a
gift
window
subs
into
and the
a
resub
world
freedom.
opposite the monotony of our day-to-day lives.
Thank you, sub Noah.
It's when we get the
Thank you,
outliers
Tempest.
like Sad Satan that led people to real-life prison sentences, or video games tied to cults
What?
like Kanye Quest that are still mostly unsolved, when we obtain this special blend of two vastly differing mediums that real.
The Deep Web and Sad Satan. June 15, 2015, Deep Web horror game built by Terror Engine premiered on YouTube gaming channel. Obscure horror corner, infamous game whose origin remains a mystery until today is called Sad Satan. Greeting players upon launching the title screen with the words game title written at the top, while a revised version of the Chinese children's songs I Love Beijing Tiananmen plays in the background. Why did they go to jail?
So
Oh, Sad
very much.
Satan had CP in it. Gotcha.
Gaming. And a damn good mystery.
Okay.
A gaming mystery, if you will.
Oh, I'm out of tissue.
Mysteries in online video games. And they appear to be chatting with someone called the Dinosaur, that tips window on the left side, which begins to state some pretty abrasive vernacular.
I'm excited. What kind of reasons?
On the 4th of September 2018, at around 7:50 in the morning,
Martin
an
who
anon
saved
would grace the
speedrunning.
export of 4chan, inquiring about Schnell online. Their post about it reads the following. Hi X. I was recently on one of those conspiracy iceberg threads and I came across a user mentioning a game based on the dark web called Schnell Online. This game is supposedly used by on the darknet. The user provided a screenshot of the game, and this game has no other appearances online. The screenshot provides a ClearNet link. Proceeding to this link will take you to a basic web page with a download link for a game called Carcass.
Okay.
Carcass, huh? A bit forward for an obscure game, but my interest has piqued. Heading to the link in the reference screenshot brings us to the profile of an
Nobody calls me a loser. I'll download this shit right now.
Interesting, considering that the Schnell player's name was Ulven. If we take a look around, we can notice that the Carcass page is strangely devoid of any details or graphics. Like, for instance, in these tags. 2D, black, kill, murder,
What the
and
fuck?
white.
Oh my god. That actually looks quite a bit like
If we head
Schnell.
back to 4chan, we can observe that another user mentioned a Reddit thread that was posted in 2016. It references an obscurity chart that supposedly has some unfindable games. And in that list, we can see 6 of them, with just 2 that have seemingly never been found. Classic Game and Schnell Online. Interestingly, a Redditor named Tyler Dirt had commented on this thread linking to 2 gameplay videos that were from this list. That of a 14
Here's tier 1
questions
Jake.
and twice-fold ampersands.
Resubscribe. So it just seems like they made a shitty game. Wow, I take it back. Look at that. Can you speedrun this? Oh, wow.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what the hell's even going on here.
That looks boring.
Curiously, these videos were both uploaded by a YouTuber named Saint, and after checking his other videos out, they appear to have a knack for playing old, obscure point-and-click video games. And that's what most of their video library
Here's a
consists
prime
of.
gunner.
Games that are bizarre, eerie, and surreal. Heading to
Maybe
their
some
YouTube
fire.
About section reveals their social links, and clicking on their Twitter profile reveals, lo and behold, the real identity of Saint. Ulven W. So what does this tell us? Well, not much, besides the possibility that they most likely created these games. Considering their itch.io page,
Very talented
it's safe
developer.
to assume that they're an indie developer and have quite the catalog. Curiously too, if we take his full name and paste it into a Google search, we're able to find a 2016 upload of that same Schnell gameplay, unlisted on the same channel. Their description claims that it was slated to release early 2017. However, as that date came and went, Saint had been radio silent about it. It appeared that they moved on from it entirely, continuing their upload schedule as if the concept of Schnell had never
What was the... Like what?
existed.
What was the idea of it?
Now, Schnell's been on my radar for the better part of a year or two.
Whoa,
Barring the
why?
4chan rumors about it, the game's highly intriguing by itself. It looks creepy as hell, and I really wanted to get to the bottom of this to find out if it actually exists. With that being said, I decided to track down and contact Saint to see if he had any input. I wasn't expecting a response, but it was worth a shot. My questions to him were as follows. 1. Was Schnell ever released? And if so, is it still up? And 2. It seems that Twicefold ampersands is enveloped in vagueness. Is this somehow connected to Schnell? And surprisingly, about an hour later,
I'm sure the guy would
I
love
received
to
the
be
following
interviewed about
response.
it.
Schnell Online was conceptualized in 2014 following a conversation with an individual who I shall refrain from naming.
I'll name them. It
We
was
were
Dinosaur,
originally going
right?
to call it Lemuria. It was depopulated on January 30th of 2017. Not much is known about the community, even to myself. I was never in contact with much of the regulars, and most of them left without saying anything. If you want to know more, you would have to talk to Q. They were often seen on Traveler, another 3D chat program. Schnell was a homage to those, but they left Traveler sometime in 2015.
He was a prime girly.
I'm not sure what they're doing now. Here's some old
Maybe
footage of
some lost
Lemuria
tag.
in development. It changed a lot afterwards, but I'm hesitant to show any footage of it now, especially since I'd have to put the servers back up and everything. Interesting.
So what is the mystery? It's just a guy makes shit games? Like, we already know who makes it, and they're shitty. Now what?
Well, it appears that my optimism's gotten the better of me, because if I'm being completely honest, it seems that this game is offline.
Oh.
And after scouring the internet
Dang.
about it,
Oh,
it's
man.
been down for a while. That's not to say that this Q person isn't real though, because curiously, I found mentions of them dating all the way back to 2014. In December of that year, a Redditor named Boxcar Jakey managed to find Q by complete accident. They were reportedly the only other player on Traveler back then, and Jakey found it strange that they were just lurking there, alone. It seemed almost like that Vinesauce Active Worlds creepypasta that happened a few years ago.
I don't know
But
that. What
this one was real.
the fuck is that?
This video documents their interaction, and in the description, Jakey provides a bit more context. I was on Digital Space Traveler exploring when a person by the name of Q greeted me with his or her microphone saying automated static numbers. I managed to get some info out of this person, but it seems like this person would never tell me why or what they're doing on a game where no one goes on anymore. Following this is a transcript of their conversation, in which they discuss the Traveler game itself, along with other MMOs like Active Worlds and Worlds.com.
So,
there honestly wasn't
just
much to it.
fucking lonely
but
guy, I
at the
guess?
End of the day, this does drive home the point that this Q person that Saint's referencing is a real person and is still somewhere out there in this vast abyss we call the internet. To find him, though, that's a whole different story.
Why do we want to...
Conveniently,
What?
every
is-
lead, every Tumblr page, YouTube video,
But
and channel
why?
that he was involved with is now dead. And scouring internet archives in hopes of finding any sort of trace as to where they went is nothing short of hopeless.
Things you reset breast
Who
milk.
knows, though? Perhaps they might see this and come forth with more information. That, of course, would be a long shot in the best case scenario, but considering our other dead ends, that's a chance I'm willing to bank on.
What do we want to talk to him about?
In conclusion, Schnell Online has proven to enthrall a small part of the internet, and unless the elusive Q ever comes forth with more context, it appears that this eerie game will remain exactly where it's always been. An unfinished concept with obscure nostalgic visuals, all topped off with creepy rumors that'll forever cement its place as one of the more intriguing internet urban legends that I have ever encountered.
But what am I missing? What was so interesting about it? 4chan made a post saying terrorists use it, and then you talked to the guy who made it and said, yeah, some dude named Q plays it. It's just a shitty game from a guy who makes weird shitty games. 4chan made up a creepypasta about. It's the exact same thing with the Cult in a Dead MMO or whatever, where it's just a group of people that still just play an MMO, and they have a weird avatar. I guess the mystery is being able to find Q, but it's just a guy who doesn't have any social media. Let's see what the next one is.
The game is a sequel, so it picks up on a story that we aren't exactly acquainted with. To summarize though, the series has to do with, well, hauntings that cause the game's characters' lives to change for the worse. Named the Yumizu Occult Research Institute.
This is definitely an RPG Maker game, huh?
The researchers that worked here had disappeared, but at the time we begin the game, our main character doesn't know that. However, instead of being greeted by the staff of this facility, she encounters a bleak emptiness that sends her life spiraling into a void of despair.
Thanks, Resub Turtle.
What happened to everyone? And where did they go?
Prime Phoenix.
Well, that's for us to find out. And so Giritani sets off to find the truth. Giritani makes her way back home, and things seem pretty ordinary. Until you realize that she brought a fucking demon back home with her.
No!
From there, shit begins to hit the fan with her mom becoming possessed, and from what I understood when playing it, even her friends that came into contact with her.
No!
It's definitely an interesting game with a solid premise.
What?
And the visuals that occurred during these haunting sequences even got me pretty good a few times.
What do you... Uh-oh.
Allegedly, later in this game, there's a certain glitch that occurs, causing the game to experience a complete failure. Apparently, you have to go through a certain gate in a certain area to trigger it. However, it seems to have absolutely no purpose other than posing as a nuisance. The reason I say that is because when this glitch happens, you're forced to completely close and reopen the game to keep playing.
What an inconvenience. What in tarnation? Is there a jump scare coming? Ooga booga! Oh my god. I think it's a Prime Cipher. Whoa!
I will say that there are tons of Let's Plays out there about Yuta Onna Tatari 2, and most of them seem to run into this exact same error. I wanted to see this for myself though, and yeah. It goes without saying that this picture resembles a dead body, and considering how obscure this game is, it left many wondering if this image were real. The only thing that comes remotely close is the game's use of obscure real-world imagery to increase the creep factor, like this shot of the closet, and this creepy-ass demon lady in Giritani's dream. This one though, this random corpse-looking image is the only one of its kind, and starkly stands out among the others due to its bizarre revelation.
So what is the mystery? Why is that there? It's just a shit horror game.
As the
What do
Let's
you
Plays
mean?
began to pile up on YouTube,
What?
so too did online discussion about this game. One of the earliest instances that gained a bit of traction came from a Redditor named You're Not Real on the r/creepygaming subreddit. Attached is an imager link, and upon heading there, we're able to gain a bit more insight with their experience. I can't seem to progress any further in the game due to this message. Almost seems like an error report.
Oh my god.
Screen goes black and flashes a white screen 4 times. This image appears. Jarring noise plays non-stop. The game stays like this until I click quit. I don't think this is how the game's supposed to end.
It is! It fucking is, I can promise you!
The comment section, understandably.
It's just a shitty horror game, man.
Now, considering the other games we've covered, like Hong Kong 97 It's apparent that real corpses baked within video games are not exactly out of the realm of possibility. Considering the fact that, in Yuta Ono Tatari, you're allegedly supposed to walk through each of these torii in order to trigger it, which I personally think is a relatively specific set of actions.
What do you mean I take the fun out of everything? It's not a mystery, it's a shitty horror game.
I agree with the general sentiment that this image is eerie. And considering that Kiritani's mother does become
There's not like a
possessed,
mystery to it.
I just hope that
it's just a bad
image isn't
horror
hinting
game.
at what's to come by utilizing a real corpse. So let's back up. If we're going to get any answers about the context of this image, we need to figure out what exactly is happening during this glitch.
It's not a glitch! It's not a glitch! Oh my god, has no one played Doki Doki Literature Club? It's just... That's how we ended it. It's not a glitch! God damn it!
And in response, a Redditor named It's Rain Time was able to give a translation. Reading. Please confirm. Location, date, Yuta-on no Tatari 2. Severing the arm. The data is being damaged. Possibility is... please stop. You get the idea. Now, with this newfound context, it makes it seem that this is much less of a glitch and more of a hidden Easter egg of some sort. Given that this is a horror game that uses realistic imagery elsewhere in this story, I wouldn't be surprised if the developer threw in this fake glitch to freak the player out. But even
pretty normal.
With this presumption under our belt, that still doesn't answer our questions about the photo. My opinion hasn't exactly changed on it, and reverse searching that image brings up a whole bunch of nothing. Who knows? Perhaps Paya dug this up and threw it in the game, not expecting anyone to find it. Maybe they were going to take it out of the game, but just left it. No matter what the reason or motive behind why it's in there though, the image that occurs during this glitch is haunting, and I really, really hope that it isn't what I think it is.
It isn't. I'll tell you right now, it isn't. I'll be the one to hit you with the good news. It's not. It's a bad horror game. I've played a million of those fucking games on Steam. That's not even a unique one. It's just a shit horror game. That's not a mystery. Fuck. Give me like an actual like story that it's you know, it's like anything. Fuck. I'm optimistic about this one. He's a prime chip.
Welcome to the Museum of Anything Goes, a 1995 MS-DOS game created by Michael Markowski and Maxwell Robertson. The game's the epitome of the creepy, surreal 90s edutainment game, in the same vein of Super Solvers and Roly-Poly's no Nanakorobi Yoki.
A classic, who could forget?
In the Drowned God video, and you all seem to take great interest in it, so I found it fitting to talk about. Not only because of that, but because it became somewhat of an urban legend itself just a few years ago. The premise of the game is simple, but at the same time incredibly complex. By calling itself the Museum of Anything Goes, that notion
anything can go
as we experience uncanniness and unexplainable peculiarity around every corner.
This game looks lit.
The basic premise involves the idea that you're dropped off in front of a strange museum and are given no context or storyline as to why. The back of the game box is incredibly vague too, stating that you're at a museum unlike any you've ever seen. There are no guards, no rules, no
Where
limits.
is the penis man?
Become a part of the imagery
I haven't
and
played it.
experience the thrill of this unbelievable interactive museum. To be honest, I don't exactly think there's any sort of end goal with the Museum of Anything Goes. It seems to be one of the earlier choose-your-own-adventure games that were made, and because of that, it's got a pretty substantial replay value. You can quite literally just explore to your heart's content, traversing
Alright,
the hallways
finally.
and interacting with whatever piques your interest.
Freedom. Whoa!
4, 3, 2. Pop goes the weasel.
Hey, that's not a weasel, that's a... like an agent. This game looks amazing.
You know, there's something special about this game. And I feel like it's all unintentional. Everything is rigid, out of place, and painstakingly dead. Sure, there are people in these rooms, but I have strangely never felt more alone. I can't really explain it, and I think that's what makes this game so unintentionally haunting. It's a product of the 90s, and it damn sure shows. But while I could talk about this game all day, we're actually here for something specific.
Alright, what?
An eerie little mystery that was birthed from someone that you just might have heard of.
T-Pain. Did he make the game?
The Museum of Anything Goes.
Oh, Vinny!
And this is some hot garbage for you here on this Sunday stream. You're gonna love it. I'm running it in a virtual OS. So for your pleasure.
The future is now.
For your pleasure. For your pleasure.
This is Vinny Bites Us, a video game streamer that's been active for the better part of the past decade. Back in 2016, he created a mini-series where he played through various 1990s entertainment games.
Yes,
and
he
they all
did.
gathered a pretty substantial amount of views. The Museum of Anything Goes episode, though, stood out among the others, not just because of the game itself, but because within it, he encountered something disturbing.
Deprived me of my emotions. Whatever you do, don't click the grave. You'll be sorry. What?
Don't do it, Vinny!
Oh my god, that's a dead body! Get me out! The fuck is this shit?
Wow. Anything goes in the museum, Vinny.
On this stream,
Didn't you read the back of the box?
thousands of viewers, the game presented what he thought to be a dead body. That belief to him was so strong that his stream archive from that night is still censored to this very day.
What it actually was a bunch of... what? What did they substitute? Because he's making it sound like the mystery is that it wasn't a dead body. So what was it?
So what
A
happened there?
skinwalker?
Within the Museum of Anything Goes, there's a section where you can interact with this specific painting that looks like it's meant to represent a portal to heaven. The game asks you to
Pictures
click a
of Phantom
button
and Forbes.
if you want to see someone fall out of the sky. And if you do, you observe the following. The game then guilts you.
Well then.
Now look what you've done. You must now attend his funeral.
What the fuck?
But first, you must dig a grave. And the scenes that follow involve us doing exactly that. Interestingly, when this casket's in the ground,
Hey, the
the
Prime
game
Dragon.
warns us. Whatever you do, don't click on the grave.
Should babble.
You'll be sorry. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, it seems to be setting up the idea that within this coffin is a human being. The one we had fall out of the sky. With this notion in mind, I don't fault anyone for believing that the next scene is indeed a dead body.
But it's not. What is it? What the fuck what is happening? Is this like a Tosserus or something? What is this, like a clip from a movie or something? So this is what came up on Vinny's stream? Oh, it's a pig. Oh, I see. Oh, I skimmed ahead. I see.
The game seemed to do
Okay.
everything it possibly
Should be
could to
good,
set
though.
up the premise that what you're seeing is a human corpse. However, if you take a step back and really look at it, you'll realize that it's nothing more but an early age jump scare. Do I think it's in bad taste? Yeah, a little bit. And this game toys with the idea of death in other areas too.
That is pretty weird. Emotap. The tier
All
1
in all,
Korean.
this game is still incredibly eerie. Blending fiction with reality, implementing incredibly rigid animation and voiceovers, and having this strange ambience throughout your entire adventure effectively solidifies this experience as one that'll stick with you. The lingering sentiment you get when playing this is uneasiness, and pressing through the abstract nonsense that's thrown at you around every corner really makes this game stay true to its name. This museum is haunting, it's uncanny, and it's a place where, as we've seen,
anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yep. So what was the mystery? Just whether or not that was a dead body in the coffin? Yeah, it's a weird game, but it wasn't really a mystery. Is it about like the people that made it, who made that game? And it was like Anthony something. Wayzata Technology. Wayzata Public Schools. I don't feel like looking too deep into it.
Mysteries in online video
Thanks,
games.
you said Birdsey.
A newfound fascination of mine, and what seems like a fitting progression of the console conspiracy series. Tonight, we just dove into 3 gaming mysteries that have recently intrigued me. I hope you all enjoyed this.
Thank you,
If
Subdol.
you have any other obscure video
Third
game
one was
oddities
definitely the
like
best
ones
one.
we've discussed tonight, feel free to shoot me an email at nightmareexpo@gmail.com.
I just think, so the third one was probably the best one. But these first 2, there isn't like a mystery to be solved. It's mainly a showcase of a weird game with well, this one at least had a story. This didn't have anything. It just seems like there's no drive. So example, this one, the mystery was the glitch. When that was just part of the game. Like that was the core scare. Or you get like a creepy image when you do this. It's like a really common technique for shitty horror games. This one was a giant block of fucking nothing. It's just a bad horror game that I think 3 people on Reddit were just trying to figure out. That's not exactly a mystery. This one, I guess if the 4chan stuff led to anything with Q and whatever, could have been an interesting story, but there wasn't anything there. This one was just interesting overall. The Museum of Anything Goes. This whole second one was trash though. Just a bad horror game. Awkward open mic failure.
Everybody having a good time tonight?
Yeah.
Sometimes, before I go out, I like to come on my wallet. So if you steal my wallet,
yeah,
you got me. You got me. But at least I have the satisfaction of knowing that somewhere you have to fondle my dry juice and tear those $1 bills apart.
Alright, well this got off to a fucking good start, am I right? He has good stage presence though. I like the way that he like really hunches over. It's like he's in a metal band and he's like giving a scream on the vocals there. This guy's, he's got a good future here, I think.
That was the punchline.
Let's go.
Thanks for staying, everybody. Why was this fucking milkman having sex with everybody's wives?
Good. What? Good point though. What is happening?
Who's left in the audience here? Seriously. Yay! Woo! Let's get some noise in here.
Woo! Let's get some fucking noise! Ah!
Negative space. Everyone got up here tonight. They were like,
yeah.
All the space in here, all the space. Microphone's turned off. Marchers want to go home. Open mic guy wants to go home. I'm not allowed to even do this to punctuate jokes because it's like somebody's fucking drums. Thanks, they'll save me while I bought a 6-pack of Miller Lights for $97 and watched everyone have a good time. And now it's my turn.
I have understood maybe 5 words so far.
Nobody's fucking here. Not even the fucking bus boy. He's like, let's go home. And I do this and he fucks off. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I love being up here, dude, though. This works. This so fucking works. I had an epiphany today.
Hit me. What was it?
Who's fucking, everybody, who, was there a fucking, there was a ukulele symphony up here tonight.
What is happening? I feel like this is one of those cursed VHS tapes or some shit.
Standing by my refrigerator, illuminated by the light of my refrigerator door, I was pouring myself a glass of wild cherry Pepsi, and it started to spit out on my glasses. I was like wiping it off. It was like all of a sudden sticky. It was like smoggy, foggy. It was on my hands. It was on the remote control. It was on my jeans. It was everywhere. And all of a sudden I thought, holy fucking Christmas! I put that shit in my body, and I have for 30 fucking years. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm scared. I want to go home.
Okay.
Thanks, Vinny.
Hey, fucking exactly, America. You ready for some fucking comedy? You ready to fucking sacrifice yourself to this? That's fucking Silver Lake after midnight, you know?
That was good.
It's when the kiddies go to bed, you know? Time to fucking go to bed, kiddies. It's time for the fucking real shit.
Well, that was a ride. I'll tell you what. That was a fucking ride. I didn't understand most of it, but I still feel like we went on a journey. And at the end, there was wild cherry Pepsi or something. And he wasn't happy. The rise and fall of Gator. This is an hour and 26 minutes. Jesus Christ. This is a horror story? It looks like it's more of a documentary on a guy who skates. Yeah, MasterChef's become the new React meta. We watched like almost all of MasterChef like 2 years ago. They were some of my early Just Chatting streams. People are just now figuring out how good MasterChef is. Gator is a murder story. Is it toss? This is a murder story? Yeah, alright, I'll give it a try. Like, just to confirm though, this isn't toss or anything, right? Human sperm and chicken egg. I don't know why you keep saying that, man, but Godspeed.
How you doing, Klaus?
Things we give some Thomas and the Recip Lofty.
And everything? I'm 21, and I'm from the United States, San Diego, California. And I've
Cali!
been 11 years. Skate a lot of half pipe.
This is quiet.
A lot of things, and now I'm here competing in the Adidas Cup, and it's a blast. Okay.
Mark Rogowski, better known as Gator the Skater, was a well-known professional skateboarder during the 1980s to 1990, who raped and murdered a 21-year-old woman named Jessica Bergsten in 1991.
Jesus Christ.
Gator was born on August 10th, 1966, and
that seems this isn't goofy at all. I think I'll probably just pass. Why are you just like recommending an actual like monster? That is not wacky. Why gymnastics died? Is it not popular anymore?
Was the incredible ancient sport of gymnastics, where the world would thing they do where they sort of just jump and kick the air. I don't know what that is. Jump forward.
Isn't that a pirouette? Pirouette?
Tokyo Olympics
something like that.
2021. Gymnastics has been on a gradual downward trajectory for quite a while now, but strangely not in popularity. People still love watching it, but more so in participation. In today's video, we will explore
Tier 1
the
TJ.
strange death of
And Tier 1 Nox. I think gymnastics is still very cool.
On the 9th of April 2020, however, there is a small part of me that sort of feels sad for the sport, the pioneers of throwing your body into weird shapes, hucking it and just hoping you'd land on your feet. The NCAA men's gymnastics had more than 210 programs. Today, just 15 remain. This drop from the original 210 programs
They've
down to
optimized.
15 works out as a 92% drop in 51 years. For some reason, young lads don't want to dress up in a leotard, point their hands and do backflips anymore. But why is that?
You get fucking jacked doing gymnastics though. You get fucking yoked.
This question
I don't know if I'm super interested in the topic, but I didn't think gymnastics wasn't popular anymore. I feel like people still talk about and participate in gymnastics, but I could be wrong. When gymnastics goes wrong, well, you just want to see some injuries. You need help. Look up, eating the wrong dish cost him 18 years of his life. What? Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, I remember this guy. This is the guy who pretended to be a prince on social media and shit. Like he was flaunting wealth that he didn't have, and then he posted a picture with food or something. Fuck, what was the story? He posted a picture with like some food and they're like, you can't eat that. You literally wouldn't be allowed to eat that food. Thus, all of the lies fell apart. Yeah, we watched the whole story on this guy. This is a new video on it, but we did watch the whole story on it. How scream artists create perfect screams for movies? That sounds interesting. A scream artist? He's truly a master.
One moment from Venom. That's not Tom Hardy. That's Scott White. Scream artists are some of Hollywood's best kept secrets.
Yeah, I didn't know this existed.
Actually secret. Take Ashley Peldon. She's one of the most accomplished screamers in Hollywood.
What a profession.
But you might not know where to find her, as productions don't always want audiences to know that their stars have been dubbed.
Joey and Snappy.
This makes nailing both the emotion and the actor's voice that much more important.
I'm sure I blasted you guys.
No, it was pretty tame.
On set aren't actually usable, so they have to be re-recorded later.
The great background actors who are there on set that day.
I did know that.
Mic'd, or maybe there was too much going on in the noise. They'll have wind machines going and sound effects, or you'll have like the stuntman or the director yelling at the actors.
Screams are physically difficult.
Wait, I recognize that movie. Wait. What movie is that? Fuck, I can't see the name.
But when it comes to screams,
Malignant, that's what it was.
Quality is just one factor. Screams are physically difficult. Just look at this clip of Hugh Jackman dubbing some of his noises from Logan.
Damn, he's good.
So if an actor wants to keep their voice intact, these skilled recording...
Yeah, Malignant was fine. It was interesting.
You know, maybe I'm more expendable, because for a session fee, I can blow out my voice.
Peldon and White first need to know what type of scream they're doing, as that will impact their performance. One of the most common screams you'll see in movies are fearful ones, but they're not actually realistic.
Now, what's interesting is in real life, most people will probably freeze up and not a loud sound comes out, but it's not as dramatic on screen, so we want to make sure that it's a big, loud, terrifying scream.
So she puts her diaphragm to work.
You want it as messy as
Where is the fear receptors?
You know, really clean, short, or contained kind of scream. It's not really as realistic for somebody who's in a lot of fear. But if somebody is fearing for their life or in a really terrifying, it's important there. This one would feel more of a fear.
Yep, met Cola and Goblin.
Building kind of scream rather than
we did some content.
You know, blood-curdling scream.
But what makes that scream sound different from this one?
Aggressive. I'm mad.
Anger, right? So it's screaming with the intent.
Screams that come from a place of anger call for a clenched mouth and tighter body position. And a more empowering rage scream calls for Peldon to fully open her mouth. White will do the same when recording war cries for games like Call of Duty. For other roles, Peldon will channel grief.
So grief has a different feel.
That's so cute.
Listen as she tries one scream with the word no. And one without.
I'm not buying it.
Convincing screams involve much more than
this
just
is better.
Incorporating dialogue.
No. That's better.
Listen to all the acting from the video game Days Gone.
Rough game.
Fits in perfectly when White's character delivers a kick.
Yeah, perfectly. I don't know about that.
Matches when he swings a machete. For example, in Incredibles 2, White had to create the scream for a pilot who's thrown out of a helicopter.
The fear of being...
Why not just have the voice actor do it?
Which then turns
doesn't have to be great, just like, ah!
I shouldn't have been kicked out of that plane, you know, or whatever. So it couldn't just be a fierce, ah! And then you hit the water. It had to have a little two-part act. And once you hit water, you're not going to hear any more of the, ah! You don't
more expensive, I guess.
Cut 2.
This is so adorable. Just get the Dragon Ball Z voice actors. Be better.
3-minute scene in and I'm already sweating bullets.
After that breather, White looked for specifics.
We're really trying to hone in on the actual scream itself and analyze.
I don't know how you
the
become a
Like when an
scream
explosion
actor.
goes off behind
Just fucking
Hardy.
yell.
He's got
I hope
his
someone hears
closed
you.
mouth and his teeth are showing.
They
And
recruit
so
you.
you have to yell through your teeth to match that performance.
Then, when Hardy flies off his motorcycle, White had to sustain a scream for nearly 10 seconds without losing the imitation of Hardy's voice.
Easy. Yeah. He took a breath.
All
Amateur.
these screams, whether they're fear, rage, or fighting sounds, won't carry the same emotional punch until they've gone through a layering process. Those layers can include the
Oh, they have to layer it?
vocals
Wait, they have to
mixed
do
with
it
the dubbed
themselves?
vocals and digital sounds. Layering is
Don't they have an
especially
audio
helpful for
engineer on
non-human
set?
voices,
I would
like when
think.
White performed the otherworldly screams of the demon from The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me
Oh
Do It.
god, that movie sucked.
Here's a demonstration of how a sound mixer might take White's raw screams and add effects to make them more powerful.
Pretty good.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I bet that's
Adding
fun.
effects
It's
like
probably a fun
reverb to
job.
create an echo and a rumble can make them even scarier. So what makes one of Peldon's real screams sound better than this one?
I think what makes the difference between what sounds kind of like a generic scream that they could just get from their library of screams.
Well, they do,
versus
like the
one that
Wilhelm
really fits
scream
the
and shit.
scene, is matching what we're seeing.
pretty bad.
The actor, the energy, the emotion. My scream isn't just noise, it's an acting burst.
6 screams, 2 seconds each. Go. Give us options. And you're like,
Makes me so asbestos. That's a position I never knew existed, nor will I remember it exists next time I play or watch a movie. But it's not surprising. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun to do. I bet they get paid like shit, though. I guarantee that can't be like a full-time profession, unfortunately.